So instead of staring endlessly at the data, trying to figure out why there are so many differences between the RDS 01 and 02, I decided to just focus on the first column and just try to figure out what the data actually means. And it turned out to be quite simple actually, because if you convert RDS 0001 into binary, you have R, D, you have the S, then you have a space, and then 00 and 01. And if you look at the lines, you can already see that the first line is repeated every 4 lines, so you have blocks of 4. And if you look at the block, you can also see that there's some counting going on. You have 0, then you have 1, 2, and then you have 3 in binary, and the same goes for the light gray. The only difference between dark gray and light gray is that the third line has a 1, and for the light gray it's a 0. But that's not the only counting, because if you look at the second line, the last 3 digits is also a count, so that's 4. And if you look at the second dark gray block, you have 1, and then you have 2, and then you have 3, and then you have 4 again. So this part is already a loop, and the same goes for the light gray. It starts with a 3, then you have the 4, then you have the 1 and the 2. So if you copy the part that goes into a loop into a new sheet, you should be able to figure out some more. And I did this by adding some color, so the start signals for every block are marked, and I marked the dark gray as group B. The group B doesn't hold any data that I need, only group A, because the group A actually holds the RDS text that's displayed on the display. And then you have the numbers at the end. But what is actually strange is that the group B starts with 1, and then the group A starts with 4, and then the next one is 2, and then the next group A is 1. So that's a bit odd, but as long as I can get this data into a microcontroller, I should be able to actually change all the yellow lines into my own custom text. So let's see what happens. I put the data into a small microcontroller. It's a PIC16F628A, and I removed the jumpers from the RDS board and put my wires directly into the line that goes into the amplifier. And the PIC is running at 20 megahertz, and I actually have my own text onto the display. It took a very long time to get the timing for the RDS start pulse and the clock pulses to get exactly right, because the amplifier is very picky about what it gets. But now that I can actually put my own custom text onto the display, the only thing left is to find the DAB plus board and actually get the radio signals going on.